All right, everybody, welcome. We are midway into the first inning. Madisonville has scored a run. They're up 1-0. Jason Lott, I'll let you get everybody caught up on what happened.
Yeah, we had an early start tonight here. The horseshoe started at 5 p.m. So it took us a minute to get on. The Riders had 2 outs, but they did give up a run and a couple of errors. So the steal his way back and steal ball. This is a ball. So right now, this is the cleanup hitter.
Got it right here, too.
Madisonville Mustangs. And the count is 2-2, 2 out. Not there. TJ Bellin.
Come on, baby. Hold on to him, TJ.
The horseshoe area, come on out. The boosters are
there you go.
hopefully we've got off work today, Friday, 5. Come on out and enjoy a good ball game with the Rough Riders. All right, full count now, 3-2, 2 away. And Drake fouls this one back as well. Rough Riders took the opening game against the Mustangs over in Madisonville Tuesday night by a score of 8-3. Rough Riders currently tied for 3rd in district. And there it is, folks. That is a twice the ice. He iced him with the big curveball. Good job, TJ Bellin. Needed that strikeout. Kind of get things going here in the first inning. The Riders are going to pick up the bats. See what we can do in the bottom of the first.
We'll be right back, folks.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Center has the new and used vehicles that you're looking for. If your vehicle needs service, stop by WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com and get your service appointment, and also shop online. Then come on down and let the guys make a great deal for you. And our knowledgeable staff will not let you leave without knowing everything about your new or used vehicle. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram supports all the students of the Piney Woods.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. Could you help me with something? Sure. What can I help you with? No, my wife, she wants my bathroom to change. She says it's a little too plain. Unfortunately, if it can't be done with a hammer, I don't know what to do. Well, could I ask, where do you live? Well, usually in a house, but sometimes in the truck from time to time. No, what city? Center, Texas. It's not in the center, though. No problem. In Center, Texas, people call Ricky Andrews Construction for all their construction needs.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We're ready to start the bottom of the second. We're going to have the Rough Riders up. What do we have up for the Riders? We'll start with Easton Wolf, as always, and Horton.
Wolf and Horton,
and
then Bellin. We've got Hathorn on the mound for the Mustangs. He played over at third base Tuesday night. Coach Ellis glad to be back here at the Horseshoe. Had a little bit of bad weather over the weekend, of course. Couldn't play here Tuesday night. It was so wet. But you can hear the wind blowing.
Yes.
It has dried out well. A little bit of dust coming off the infield, believe it or not. All right, you can hear the wind blowing. It is blowing dead away towards center field. Something hit high in the air, could go tonight. We'll see what Easton Wolf starts off with, and he's going to foul this back out of play. Had a pretty good combination with Wolf and Horton Tuesday night. They stacked up several runs. Horton with a boatload of RBIs. I think Wolf scored every time he played. That pitch low and outside.
And then they also were the guys that pitched
That's right. They both had a turn on the mound. Horton pitched 6 full innings. This is the drive
in the gap,
in the gap in center left. That'll bounce off the wall. They're going to dig for second here, and Wolf's going to have a stand-up double to lead things off for the Riders. Boy, he gave that one a ride. Folks, that ball was smashed. Well, if that is a foreshadowing of things to come, it's going to be a good night here at the Horseshoe. All right, Logan Horton steps in.
Now batting for the Rough Riders, number 8, Logan Horton.
You can hear the wind blowing.
Yeah.
It is coming straight right over home plate towards center field.
A home run jet stream, if you will.
And this one low and outside. Yeah, these two guys had a heck of a night Tuesday night. Horton pitched 6 strong innings. Wolf came in, wrapped things up for the 7th, and we came home with an 8-3 victory. And this one fouled down the third baseline, 1-1.
Horton a little bit ahead of that. He was tracking it.
Yeah, it looked like a breaking ball, something off speed there.
See Wolf on second. You know, he did take third at least once.
Yeah, Easton's pretty savvy. He's gonna watch the pitcher catch his motion and rhythm, and he stole a couple of bases during that game Tuesday night that he shouldn't have got. And the bunt attempt. Not sure what's going on there, folks, but Rough Riders found themselves a little bit asleep, but.
Well, they tried to bunt it.
And the bunt, I think Easton thought it was a foul tip,
right,
but it actually went off the catcher's glove.
Yeah, just went right off.
So it took Coach Ellis a minute to get his attention and get him over to third base, but we've got a man in scoring position with no outs. And a swing and a miss from Horton.
And he'll go down.
In this same situation Tuesday night, Horton hit a 2-run homer in his first at bat, and then the Riders just kept adding runs nearly every inning.
Now batting for the Rough Riders, number 2, TJ Bellin.
All right, TJ Bellin comes up, one away, the man on third. And that one in the dirt. Good job by the catcher Pope to keep that in play. And this is hit hard in the gap. That'll be an RBI single for TJ Bellin. Good piece of hitting there by Bellin. Kept his hands inside tight and pulled that one right in the gap. And Easton Wolf scores easily from third base. So the Riders tie things up. It's 1-1 here in the bottom of the first with one out. And Bellin on first base.
Right. So Bellin with the RBI. It's going to bring up Atkinson.
Atkinson had a couple of good hits Tuesday night. Batting in the cleanup role again tonight. And that pitch low and outside. So far, Hathorn started every single batter off low and outside with a fastball in the dirt. TJ with a good lead at first base. They're going to pick at him. Back easy. Saw Logan Horton pick off 2 runners at first base in the same inning Tuesday night. Never seen that before.
Got himself out of what could have been a jam.
And this is hit hard in the gap, and another single put up by Atkinson. The Riders stacking this train up.
Yep.
Bellin moves to second. And that's going to bring Lane to the plate.
Lane slowly moved up in the order. He was, I think, in non-district when we first covered him in Longview. He might have been batting 8th. or 9th.
Jaden Lane.
Now he's up in the 5 spot.
Jaden making a lot of contact at the plate lately. He's got an opportunity to blow things open here. 1 out, 2 men on. Fastball down and away. So far, that's been the first pitch to every single batter he faced. And that one floats up and out. 2-0.
So Lane's going to be patient here.
Lane is a very patient hitter. He got a couple of really nice pitches that he made contact with Tuesday night. No reason to get in a hurry here tonight. 3-0. Hathorn's trying to stay on the outside corner. He just can't keep the ball in the strike zone. Everything's getting down and away for him.
So Atkinson with a very short lead. Bellin with a little bigger one.
And finally comes back inside and finds the strike. 3-1. Lane in a good spot here.
I like these Rough Rider uniforms with the pinstripes, Locke.
Yeah, the home field white. It's got the little pinstripe work. Like that. And right down the middle, and Lane ripped it just foul. Boy, that would have been pretty.
Yeah. That would have scored. That would certainly have scored Bellin. It might have scored Atkinson as fast as he is. What about the big man Lane the other night with the big triple, legging out the triple?
Lane ripped one, folks, and chugged it out, and that's the word we used on air. He chugged around to third base, but he was in. We had to bring out the oxygen tank.
Yes.
But he had a stand-up triple that lit things up. And that one backs him off the plate, and there's a walk. And the bases are full of riders. So that brings Link to the plate. It is Sudden Link coming up.
All right, there's 1 out here.
Number 4, Sutton Link.
1 out. Bases loaded for Link.
Right.
Got a courtesy runner, folks, coming in for Lane. He's the catcher, so give us just a minute.
You know, the Riders did good, again, with that home run from Horton. They jumped out on Madisonville early, and Madisonville was never able to recover. And looking to do the same, even though Madisonville grabbed a run in the top of the first, Riders can really open it up here. Nice curveball.
Curveball just tipped by Link. And that one floats inside, 1-1. That was a fastball, but it tailed inside. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
Right at the end, it came in on Link's hands.
Yeah, some guys got a little natural movement.
It might be some kind of I wonder if he's got a little bit of a splitter action going. He's throwing it awful high in the zone for a splitter, but.
Right.
All right, 1-2. And there's the breaking ball. Link puts a bat on it. That'll score 1 for sure. They go to first. They get Link at first, but not before the RBI. Good piece of hitting by Sudden Link to put that in play. Put it deep in the hole. Madisonville had no choice but to go across the diamond to first base, and the Riders add a run. It's 2-1 here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting for the Riders.
And that was bang bang. I think that was the right call. I do believe the throw got there, but Link hustled down the line and made it close.
Yeah, it was. You know, why didn't he go to second? I don't think he could get it to second base the way his body was turned. So you're right. He only had to play it first. And that's going to bring up Gage Vadrine. Gage fouls off the first pitch he sees. He's got runners at second and third with 2 away.
We always talk every week about championship and good ball clubs are able to score runs with 2-out hits and 2-out RBIs. This would be, he could get 2 here.
And that down the line, just foul. Coach Ellis having to get on his horse over there.
Right.
Well, the Riders really turning early on some of these breaking pitches. They're not fooled by them.
I wonder if we saw the number 1 pitcher Tuesday.
This one
That's
slapped
it.
in the hole right field. That'll score 2, folks. Ellis is cranking him around. Here we go. Nope. They're going to hold late. Oh, goodness. I thought he would have scored. Not sure. Coach Ellis saw something we didn't and held the runner at third. The Riders were able to add a run, so it's 3-1. Atkinson able to come in. Good job by the Dreen. He slapped that in the gap right between first and second baseman.
Right.
And the RBIs keep coming. Trenton Stockwell gets a chance now with runners at second and third, 2 away.
He's going to take a healthy cut. Strike
Well,
one.
he was swinging for that one.
We learned something about Stockwell. He has size 13 feet.
That's right. Big boy, growing fast. He's our only lefty bat in the
Yeah.
lineup tonight. And another healthy cut.
But he's a youngster.
He's got a little more time to play.
Yeah.
And this one down in the dirt, he'll run it out at first base, and they make the play. Boy, the catcher almost threw that away.
Yep.
But the Riders able to put up 3 here in the first inning. It is 3-1 at the Horseshoe. We'll be right back for the second inning.
So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Well, Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name. And they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank.
Behold, the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond Bay Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond Bay Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it.
All right, we'll cut back. We'll come back and catch the other part of Porticool after this. But T.J. Bellin on the mound here. Started him off with a nice curveball and a swing and a miss.
Facing Cade Campbell, leading things off for the Mustangs. Campbell in the 5-hole. Another changeup following the breaking ball. 1-1. Comes back fastball on the hands. That's going to be foul.
Jammed him good.
Boy, I mean, that was right off the knuckles. Strike 2.
If you come back away or the curveball here.
Goes outside and away.
Yeah.
Not a bad pitch. He's still up 2-2 here. Maybe another breaking ball in this spot. Nope, right down the middle, baby, ringing him up. Another twice the eye strikeout by T.J. Bellin.
Number 2 on the evening.
Number 12, Kendall Campbell.
Things are warming up. It is springtime in East Texas. Head by
it
twice
is.
the ice. Get all your ice. Fill up all the coolers. Even get some good filtered water there. Twice the ice, multiple locations in Shelby County. And another curveball. That one just high. This is Kendall Campbell. He is the DH tonight. And that one low and away. 2-0. comes back with a beautiful fastball inside for strike one.
That was right down Broadway. That was just a challenge.
2-1 count, one away. Comes back inside, same pitch, 2-2. He just moved that over about 3 inches. Batter couldn't resist, and it came right under his hands. Comes back, breaking ball, misses high, full count.
Just didn't quite bite like it was supposed to.
Set him up good for the pitch. They go right down Broadway for strike 3, and Bellin has his third twice the ice strikeout of the night.
Thanks to twice the ice. Again, location a 4-way there right off the square, and then one and right smack down the middle of downtown Shelbyville.
Downtown Shelbyville. It's right past the parking garage, around the metro station, and it's right there.
That's right. You cannot miss it. Oh, it's a nice
and
pitch.
Starts him off with another fastball for a strike. This is Christian Bustamante. Gotta love that name.
Yes, that's a baseball name.
That's a baseball name. And this hit hard into center field. That'll get down for a single for Bustamante. Atkinson misses the ball. And Bustamante's going to stretch this into a triple on the air. Well, Atkinson folks, he just kind of loped in for an easy pickup, and the ball went right under his glove. Bustamante saw it, never slacked up at second base, and went to third. So a tough break there for Atkinson with 2 outs. The Mustangs put a man on third.
TJ's got to be, come on, man.
Come on, man, what are we doing here? This is Clayton Nash. He's the first baseman, 8-hole hitter. And he takes a fastball for strike 1.
The lower part of the order did really well Tuesday night against us. In fact, I think they got a lot of their runs from those guys.
And this one hitting the gap in right. That'll score a run for the Mustangs. So it is now 3-2. Well, it's just the little things.
Yep. Heads up base running by Bustamante.
Good job by Bustamante to pay attention on that. So the Mustangs eke out another run here with 2 outs. Man on first. And the big curveball for strike 1. This is Malik Kovar. Malik Kovar in the 9-hole. And a swing and a miss by Kovar. It's 0-2. Bellin doing a good job pounding the strike zone. That's something Coach Ellis talked about the other night.
Yep. Something we talked about, I think, on the drive back is that, we just don't walk a whole bunch of guys.
Yeah, you get into that kind of a deal where you're pitching around everybody, and the defense gets slack, everybody kind of gets down, and next thing you know, you've walked people, and it turns into a train, and people start stealing, and the game can get away from you in a hurry. And a swing and a miss. Another twice the ice strikeout, and TJ Bellin heads to the dugout. Folks, we'll come back here in just a moment for the bottom of the second, and the Riders take their swing.
Hope Community Medicine is a nonprofit faith initiative with a primary mission of providing quality health care to the people of East Texas, regardless of race, religion, socioeconomic status, or ability to pay. At Hope Community Medicine, they want to be the leading deep East Texas care provider recognized for their outstanding patient care, innovative technologies, programs, and medicines, as well as a highly motivated and distinguished staff. Hope Community Medicine, founded in faith, focused on family.
Granny B's Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice. From there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I'd like to thank White Cottage Mercantile for their sponsorship. They have a lot of cool stuff in there. We go in there, and I can always find something, some additional kind of snacky food or some other piece of cooking implement that I didn't know I needed, but I certainly did.
Yeah, they've got a lot of the old-fashioned stuff that you look for. Everything from food items. I tell you what, Christmas time, they really put on the spread. There's lots of good stuff. You can go in there and get handmade furniture any time of the year, tables and chairs.
Furniture. Yeah, absolutely.
Number 22, Caden Nutt.
Love to visit White Cottage.
All right, let's go bring up Caden Nutt. He'll lead off here for the Rough Riders, the DH. And Hawthorne's going to start him off with a strike. About the curveball.
And curveball strike 2. Nutt got a little bit of work to do here. Hawthorne's going to go low and away here. Yep, there it was. And they say Nutt made an attempt, and they'll double him just to make sure at first base.
Once again, that throw was a little high.
It was a little high. First baseman had to go up and get that.
If you're a Mustang watching, you could be a little, feel a little.
Number 11, Easton
Wolf. A little nervy about that.
That's
so
right.
It's going to bring up Wolf, who doubled and scored in the first. He's got some 1980s walk-up
That's
music.
right. I like that.
The outfield, I guess, is apropos.
That was the
baseball.
outfield. That's right.
You know, he does not play in the outfield.
That pitch was outside.
So Rogers up 3-2 here. A lot of scoring here. Rogers get 3 in the first. Madisonville gets 1 in the first and 1 in the second. And Rogers now batting in the bottom of the second.
We touched on it early in the game, but the Riders in a 3-way tie for third in district. And this pitch hit hard, but foul. That was a 340-foot foul ball.
Who's that with Palestine and
So yeah, we got Bullard at the top of the. They're number 1 in district at 5-0, and then I believe it is Palestine in second place.
Okay.
And then the Riders tied up for third with.
Oh, is that on our sheet? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hudson is in second place at 4-1. Riders are tied with Rusk and Palestine in third place. Of course, their game's being played tonight as well. And that one inside fastball misses. So we'll hopefully spread things out a little bit tonight and see where the Riders land. And then Madisonville is bringing up the last place spot here in the district. And that one outside as well. So Wolf will be on with 4-ball walk. Wolf, a dangerous runner. He is very, very smart on the base pass. He caught the this Madisonville pitcher-catcher combo about the 5th inning Tuesday night. They were just kind of lofting the ball. The catcher would catch it and drop his head. And Easton saw that at second base and literally walked to third base, and they never saw him. They never made a throw. So he's a smart base runner, and they're going to check on him tonight. I think he had at least 3 stolen bases that I remember Tuesday night.
Yeah, at least.
Got a good lead here. And Horton takes a strike. And this was a hit and run was on. Horton punched at it. Unfortunately, it's up in the air, but the Mustangs collide and drop the ball. They're gonna get Wolf on a bizarre play. So Coach Ellis gave a hit and run sign. Horton just kind of poked the bat out.
He had to go back. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, and on the pop-up, Wolf went back to first base.
So why didn't the infield fly rule take effect here?
Well, the infield
Because I
fly
thought that was the
rule.
whole purpose of it, was to so somebody didn't get hurt on a play like that.
Well, the infielders collided, and I think that took the fly rule off. So when they collided, the ball became live again. It wasn't an intentional drop.
Right.
But, yeah, it's just kind of a weird play there. So Wolf had no choice but to head toward second base, and they were able to double him off after the drop. Bellin fouls the first pitch that he sees back over the fence.
Right.
Yeah, that was a
Wolf
goofy
had
play.
to do that, though. He has to
Wolf
go
had
back.
no choice.
Otherwise, they catch it, he double him up. Right, even with the – that's what I guess I know what the infield fly rule is. I just don't know what some of the implications are. Oh, nice curveball.
And Horton steals second base easily. Throw was high from Pope.
It was a breaking ball for a strike, I think, called at the plate.
So should be an 0-2 count with 2 away here. Horton stealing second. Riders have been really aggressive on the base path, putting themselves in good positions, doing a lot of 2-out hitting. And Horton, nope.
So Bellin taps
Horton was
it.
in position to go to third. Bellin just kind of caught that on the tip of the bat, and it trickled foul, thank goodness. It didn't quite go far enough to give Bellin a chance to first base. And that one in the dirt, stopped by Pope. So the count 1-2. And Bellin swinging on the breaking pitch, and he's out. So the Riders strand one, but they carry a 3-2 lead as we head for the third inning here at the Horseshoe.
People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors. For paint, it's Covington's. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm. Granny B's Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice, and from there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special. So if you need a new set of tires, Center Tire's the place to go? Check. What if you just need one tire repaired? Check. But what if your car needs an oil change or it needs to be aligned? Check and check. It's all there at Center Tire.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We splashed TNR Steaks and More up there. It's a place to go if you got a big family. Nobody can agree on what to eat. You go to TNR because they got a little bit of everything. Gonna bring up Ty Dean, here the leadoff batter for the Mustangs here in the top of the third.
And Bellant comes with a fastball, but low here. Bellant doing a good job. Couple of runs on the board, but unfortunately they were on error.
Yeah, unearned.
And that one in for strike, 1-1. And this one foul back, strike 2. Got Link in pretty tight here on the grass over at third base. They are counting on Dean to pull this pitch. Riders do a lot of defensive shifting.
Yeah.
And a good hook from Bellant. Wow, that looked good, but that's going to be ball 2.
I think everybody in the stadium was waiting for to ring him up for Bellant's 4th twice the ice strikeout.
And that one fouled over the dugout. And there it is. The breaking ball gets in there for another twice the ice strikeout by TJ Bellant.
That's number 4
Number 25
on the evening.
Pope.
Gonna bring up the catcher, Pope. Right, Jaden Pope?
Yeah, this Jaden Pope, the catcher, left-handed batter. And he smashes this. Second baseman comes up throwing Horton. Got him. What a play by Logan Horton out at second base. Had to go a long way to knock that down, able to whip that throw around. Good job over there. The young man tried to slide in. Fortunately, Stockwell's about 8 foot tall, and he stretched out and got it.
Right.
So the Riders able to pick up a tough out there, 2 away.
Number 3, Cannon Hawthorne.
This is Hawthorne, the pitcher. Takes a strike inside.
Bellant seems to always get stronger as the game goes on. That was another nice pitch.
Beautiful pitch. 0-2. Now Bellant can play a little bit.
Or he might not. He may just come right back.
And this was hit, and Horton with a little bit more glove work comes up, throws, and he is out of there, baby. What an inning for Logan Horton, flashing a little leather.
That's right.
So the Riders hang on to a 3-2 lead. We'll come back for the bottom of the third.
The following sponsors back all of our area all spring long. They include Batters Law Firm. When your case matters, it's got to be Batters. Hope Medical, providing quality medical care, also provides hope. Portacool, maker of the Apex Series fans for peak cooling. Sandy Cox Insurance, your State Farm good neighbor, supports the riders and lady riders. Diamond Bees, for cooking just like home. And Blake Furniture on Selma Street, the best furniture at the best prices. And Farmer State Bank, an institution for over a century. Pineywood Sports and NETSN says thank you to these fine sponsors of Rough Rider baseball and softball. Bird Forestry, helping industry protect nature. Granny B Snow Cones, the sign that summer is here. The Pizzeria, the taste of a generation. And TNR Steaks and More, all you can eat, all the time. And Ray Jones Chevrolet, let Marlon Ray, Mr. Chevrolet, show you what's on the lot. These sponsors say, go Riders.
So you want to interview Johnny for the Covington ad? Is that what you want to do?
All right, everybody, welcome back. We see Mr. Johnny Covington over to our left. Covington Lumber, we've already heard from them in the broadcast, but they've been a baseball sponsor and a supporter of Rough Rider athletics as long as we've been doing this. I got to go visit him tomorrow because I've got me a little home project I'm working on, and I need some lumber.
Well, I bet you Mr. Johnny can fix you up. He's here
Right.
watching and enjoying the Rough Riders live tonight. If you're in the area and you want to enjoy a little baseball, come on out.
For the Rough Riders,
I mean, that's where I go. I mean, it's you get it right here in center, and again, their prices are as competitive with the ball. Oh, there's going to be a sharper hit to the shortstop.
Atkinson
he's going to boot it.
Comes up swinging, and he's safe at first base. Shortstop knocked it down, couldn't get it clean, and Atkinson made him pay.
Yeah, I was saying this. Their prices are competitive, but I always figured you pay a little more, you know, a place like that, but you really don't. But and you certainly save when you don't have to drive all the way over to Shreveport or Nacogdoches or Lufkin to get it.
Well, and it you know, you can't really put a price on being able to go in and talk to people who are your neighbors and friends and say, hey, you know, I got this little problem at home. How do I do this, that, or the other? And they can tell you.
Yeah.
If they can't tell you, they'll tell you who to call.
All right, so we got a runner on first here after the error.
All right, so Jaden Lane gets another chance here. He takes a fastball for strike one. Atkinson standing at first base with no outs. Atkinson with a big lead at first. And a slow off-speed pitch.
He laid off of it, so that's great.
1-1 count. Talked about it earlier. Lane's pretty patient at the plate.
Yeah.
Comes from being a catcher, I guess.
Yeah.
They are going to pick at Atkinson. He's back safe.
So 3-2 here. Riders with the lead and batting in the bottom of the third. No outs with a runner on first, count even at 1-1.
And this one way inside, almost catches Lane on the elbow. 2-1. And this one in the dirt. 3-1. Lane working the pitches here. And a green light there, swing and a miss on a changeup, 3-2. Lane got way out ahead of that one. They are going to pick Atkinson again. That was a balk, yes sir. Pitcher never came set. Stepped on the rubber and immediately spun all in one motion. Can't do that. And a balk puts Atkinson at second base. All right, full count to Lane at the plate. Atkinson moves over on the balk.
All right, I stepped out for just a minute, and there's a balk.
Yeah, the pitcher tried to step on the rubber and throw to first at the same time. They don't let that happen.
Right. That's what we call illegal.
All right, here we go. And the
Gets
breaking
just a
ball
bit of it.
just caught. Lane barely got a piece of that. Couldn't even hear it. But it skips to the backstop. Just enough to stay alive.
So if you're a Rough Riders, we want to tack on a couple runs here. If you're Madisonville, you want to leave it at 3-2.
And we got time again. Hathorn taking a lot of time getting his pitches here, and Lane's backing out. And this is a breaking ball. Lane drives it. That's going to one-hop the fence. Here comes one run. Lane heads for second, and he'll be in with an RBI double for Jaden Lane.
Well, he knocked the cover off of that one,
He pounded that ball. It one-hopped the fence in left center, and Lane, a well-deserved courtesy runner.
For a second, I thought he might have another chance to chug out a triple.
I tell you what, he probably hit that ball too hard.
Yeah.
It didn't get enough air under it because this wind is blowing hard.
Yeah.
So an RBI for Lane brings up Sudden Link.
Yeah, he pounded the ball. I think that's the appropriate descriptive verb.
And Link hits this
Now, this
one
is
a
the one that
mile in
may-
the air
that may
into
hang
center
up.
field.
Just didn't quite get enough. That was the one you're talking about. If the wind gusted at the right time,
Absolutely.
that would have taken it on out.
Absolutely. That put the center fielder on the warning track. He made that catch with a hand on the fence. Link almost got one. All right, so now one out. The Riders add to the lead. It is 4-2 here in the bottom of the third.
Riders number 1, Gage Madreen.
And Badreen comes up. Badreen hit a smash the first time he saw the plate.
Scored 2, I think, off of his hit.
And this is going to be hit right back to the pitcher. They check the runner but go to first. So the Riders able to advance on the sacrifice. Not really sure why Hathorn didn't go to third. He had us dead to rights, but he ended up changing and going back to first. So 2 outs here, but the Riders put a runner at third base. All right, hey, we'll take it. Stockwell gets a chance here.
Stockwell.
Riders number 9, Trenton Stockwell.
Stockwell fouls one down the first baseline, way ahead of that changeup.
Yep. Like you said, he's the only left-hander in the lineup.
Seeing a ton of changeup breaking balls out of Hathorn right now. And that's that outside strike. It's been consistent for both teams.
Yep.
So 0-2 count. And Stockwell goes down on strikes.
And that'll do it for the Riders.
Not before they add another run. It is 4-2, and we'll head to the 4th inning.
What do you think of when you hear the word ace? In tennis, it means a serve so good the opponent can't touch it. In warfare, you want your very best, your ace. And in cards, it's the best card you can draw. Same way is true in hardware. Ace is the place for so many things. When you need your best, it's Ace.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's
what I need. Father.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they could all get something good. Dairy Queen. So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Well, Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name. And they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank. You're watching NETSN and Pineywood sports coverage of Rough Rider baseball. Tonight, the Rough Riders take on the Madisonville Mustangs live from the Horseshoe in Center, Texas.
going to bring up Isaiah Drake. They're going to start off with a ball.
Drake is the cleanup hitter. And that pitch catches the outside corner, 1-1. Bellin doing a good job tonight, keeping everybody off balance. And this is hit sky high into center field. Atkinson goes over, makes the call, and makes the play. You saw that ball stay up for a long time.
Once again, the wind died at the right time for the Rough Riders. If it had been gusting like it has been, that one could have left.
All right, so this will be the first of the two Campbells. This is Cade. And right down Broadway, strike one. Outside, 1-all.
Bellin does work pretty quickly.
Works quickly and he gets ahead. And if you've got those two things, you're halfway there as a pitcher. And that one inside on the hand. That one hurt. Fouled right off the ankle. Yeah, we're going to let Mr. Campbell walk around. That smarts.
Yeah, the pros have a guard to keep that from happening, but man.
He has a guard.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, but it missed the guard. He has a guard on that left ankle, but it missed the guard. Maybe it hit him further down on the foot. Yeah, he's gonna go down to the coach. See the little red guard?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
I guess that one.
I got him on the foot. I mean, it was an ouchie for sure.
We'll give that young man plenty of time to walk that off. So we'll pay attention to the schedule next week. Of course, Good Friday and the Easter holiday coming up. So usually the baseball schedule gets moved around a little bit to accommodate the games and the holiday.
Is this Campbell?
This is Cade Campbell.
Cade Campbell.
The first Campbell. There's two in the lineup.
He's a tough guy to come back in there.
And he drills one to left field. And a nice play in left field by Colton Manis. So Manis puts away the second out. That ball was well struck. Boy, after getting popped on the ankle like that.
Yeah, he came back. He was mad at that
Came
ball.
back and gave it a good ride.
That he did, but Manis placed where he needed to be, took about 8 steps over to his right and was able to bring it in quite easily.
This is Kendall Campbell at the plate. He takes the ball in the dirt. And this one fouled back. I'll say this, we talked about it a minute ago. Coach Ellis is a big believer in rotating the defense to the batters. I mean, almost every batter, if you watch, the defense resets.
Right, he makes some sort of adjustment. We understood that against Bullard because he knows those guys so well, but it's impressive when he does against
this one hit sky high. It's playable. They'll give Chase, and just out of a diving lane, and Stockwell not able to put a glove on the ball, but they both gave good effort. Good thing we didn't have a collision there.
That's right.
All right, so the count now 1-2. Bellin very wisely let the two other guys dive for that.
That's right.
When you're the pitcher, you have one job. You pitch.
Yeah, that's right. I thought Stockwell probably had the best shot at it, even though he got out of the way and let Lane get it. Got him.
And strike 3, twice the eye strikeout, and T.J. Bellin puts number 5K on the board, and we'll head to the bottom of the 4th when we come back to the horseshoe.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom. Turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home. For all of your glass-related needs, it's Center Glass.
The series between the Mustangs and Rough Riders brought to you by Sabine State Bank. Hollywood Sports and NETSN says thank you to the Mercantile. Take home a little elegance. Elite hair design. Let Carey & Company make you feel elite. Shelby Savings Bank, your local neighborhood bank with a regional power. East Texas Auto Motor, the official repair shop of the Rough Rider broadcast team. And Gatherings, your antique destination on the historic Center Square. These sponsors say, go Riders. Sandy Cox is a good State Farm agent. Just ask Drake. He knows. State Farm agents in general are pretty cool, but Sandy Cox has the answers to your questions. Like, what's best for me, for my kids, for my business, for my farm? For all of us in Shelby County, those questions can be answered at Sandy Cox State Farm.
Right, it's going to bring up Nut here. Riders up 4-2, looking to get a few insurance runs like we talked about, the value of insurance.
That's right. Got to have insurance, folks. We'll see if Nut can deliver a policy right here.
That's right.
And start him off with the change up right down the middle for strike one. Nut playing DH tonight in the 8-hole. And that one inside under his hands. He did not go at that. They appeal it. So 1-1 count.
Really like these officials here this evening. They are visiting from College Station.
Whoop. And there's a strike to Nut. Counts now 1-2.
I like them. They're very decisive. Oh, there he is. I like the one out in the field with his out calls.
And that one well outside, 2-2. Yeah, they're very consistent. That's one thing we were fortunate Tuesday night. We had umpires that were extremely consistent for both teams.
Yep.
You may not like their strike zone, but at least it's consistent.
Right.
You can adjust. That one way outside goes all the way to the fence, and it's full count.
The guy behind the plate, what did he get hit 3 times?
The guy behind the plate took a beating Tuesday night. I mean, there were 3 or 4 foul balls off the shoulder and the elbow. I think he took one off the knee.
Yeah.
And strike 3, they're going to set Nut down. Wow, that pitch was outside,
but he's got an outside strike zone.
He does have a big strike zone, so Nut's going to go sit down.
Now batting for the Riders, number 11, Easton Wolf.
Back to the top of the order, Wolf steps in.
Wolf's 1 for 1 as he doubled to start the game and then walked last time he was up. And then he ended up getting doubled up or getting forced out at second on that goofy infield fly.
This hit hard down to third base. That's fair ball, baby. Go two, go two, go two.
You know
and he turns it on, and he turns it on, and he is safe at second base. Ball trickled away. He almost had 3.
Yeah.
Easton put that about 2 inches inside the third base bag.
Look, I knew as soon as I made it past the third baseman, I knew that Easton was gonna go for 2.
Yeah, no checkup at first. He was rounding to second the whole way. A lot of speed out there. The second baseman took the throw, but it trickled away from him. And had the first baseman not been wisely in backup position, Easton would have got a bonus.
Yep.
All right, so Logan Horton, 1 away with Wolf at second base. Drives this into the left field gap. They're going to hold Wolf. Nope, it got past the left fielder. Wolf will score easily. Here comes Horton headed to third. He is digging all the way. They're going to hold him up, and he stands in with a triple. RBI triple from Horton. So once again, the Wolf-Horton connection scores another run.
It's going to bring up Bellin with a chance to help his own cause out here, get Horton home.
Number 2, TJ Bellin.
Bellin set up nicely here with one away and Horton at third base.
And our PA announcer here is Chase Mayfield, and he's doing a great job.
And this ball foul back by Bellin.
So might get a kid. Oh! Whew, that was close.
So there's about 50 parents, and half of them were cheering that it missed their kid, and half of them were like, yeah, hit him, hit him.
Meanwhile, there were about 8 kids down there roaming around. So here we go.
Bellin drives this high into center field.
That'll score the
Horton tags
run.
up.
I think it's going to drop. Nope.
And there will not be a
nope,
throw. That ball ended up just dying right on the edge
Yeah.
of the grass. Horton had no chance to tag and come home. But I'm like you. I thought the center fielder was gonna let it hang up and drop.
Number 4, Sutton Lake.
Whoops.
Oh, this is Cody Atkinson.
That's what I get. See, I just
You
jinxed-
just bragged
I
on him.
just
You
jinxed-
just bragged on
Just
him.
jinxed the PA announcer, and he flubs the
All right, so
introduction.
Atkinson.
So it's Atkinson up.
2 men on and Horton at third, and the breaking ball for strike 1.
Hate to have a runner on third with less than 2 outs and not get him in. So hopefully Atkinson can do the job.
Well, Hathorn is standing on the breaking ball. He is throwing about 8 out of 10 breaking balls. So that pitch missed outside. It's 1-1.
Well, we saw what Atkinson can do with a breaking ball at Sabine.
And that one foul back. Atkinson way ahead of that. Looked like a changeup.
Riders get another run. They're up 5-2 here, but wanting another one. If Atkinson can deliver with a 2-out hit here, but he is down 1-2 in the count.
And this is going to be trickled. This could be trouble. Atkinson on the horse. Oh, they call him out at first base, folks. That was tight. It would have scored Horton. Ooh, that was bang, bang, but they call him out at first base. So the Riders unable to put Horton on the board, but they get one. So it is now 5-2, headed to the top of the 5th.
At Shelby Savings Bank, the same thing that's true at the Selma Street location is true at the North Branch. It's where banking meets the smile. They're not just friendly tellers, they're your friendly tellers. And the smile on Manager Janet's face, it's contagious. When you say Shelby Savings Bank is your friendly hometown bank, well, you hit it right on the nose. So you know about Tomlin Insurance Store and the services that Matt, Mallory, and Gracie provide.
Yep, they're fine people.
Yeah, but you need to focus on the services. Life, home, and auto, but also farm.
Tractors and ATVs.
And recreation.
Motorcycles and boats and golf carts and snowmobiles if you're Looney Tune crazy.
And they work with the nationally known Progressive brand. I guess you know those folks.
Looney Tune crazy.
It's okay. Your folks are Matt and Mallory Snyder at Tomlin Insurance Store.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Ricky Andrews Construction is your choice for construction projects, large or small. He's the local expert in tile work, and he'll do a painting job for you of any size. And give him a chance to look at your kitchen or your bathroom for a complete remodel. Ricky can help you take the run-of-the-mill bathroom and turn it into something special, just for you. Give him a call or find him on Facebook.
All right. Well, Well, this brings up Bustamante, Mr. Baseball name, who got a hit and scored.
Bellin starts him off with a fastball on the corner that he fouls away. Riders slowly tacking on runs inning after inning. Same thing we saw him do Tuesday night.
Yep.
There's strike number 2. Bellin once again getting ahead of his batters.
Come out with the big hook at this point and try to sit him down. Nope, goes up the fastball.
Went right back inside. That one off the hands, foul back. I was expecting the breaking ball myself. I think TJ thought, well, if it ain't broke,
that's right.
No reason to fix this. Here we come again. Comes back outside with fastball. 1-2. Yeah, we kind of saw the same game plan Tuesday night. The Riders just steady, aggressive at the plate. Add a run here, add a run there. Play good defense. And that one foul back as well. Bustamante doing a good job hanging in here.
He is.
TJ throwing some good pitches.
So I like Madisonville's uniforms. The one on Tuesday, the powder Love You Blue.
That's right, the old Oilers blue.
And this is kind of like a 70s looking motif with the stripe through the middle. Oh, it's a little low.
And that one, boy, that had a little heat on it. I think you're right. TJ's getting harder and harder. He's zipping that ball up there now.
He gets stronger as you go.
2-2. And that one's outside, full count. So Bustamante worked this one. TJ going to bear down here. And this one hits sharply to Wolf at short. He comes up throwing. Off the bag and past the first baseman. And they're going to award second base on the overthrow.
It took that little extra hop, and it cost Wolf another split second. So he felt like he needed to put extra mustard on the ball, and he ends up overthrowing the first baseman.
Yeah, and the hard part is the way you come toward the bag. Our first baseman was coming in, and the ball went out.
Yeah,
and he just wasn't able to spin around. He would have been safe at first anyway, but we give up an extra bag on the overthrow. And that one off the hands. So this is, lost my place. That was Bustamante. This is Clayton Nash. He's the first baseman. Fouls that one back.
Bellin's got a pretty good move as well. Maybe not as good as Horton's, but it's still a pretty good move. Let's see if we don't put a pick off here in a minute.
The Riders definitely not shy to pick people off. Come to the plate, all inside, 1-1. And that one right down Broadway, yes sir, he did go. And that's strike 2. Nash kind of tried to check his swing and step out of the batter's box at the same time.
So 1-2 is the count here on Nash.
And they're going to pick. And Bustamante beats it back. Riders aggressive about those pickoff moves. It worked well against this team from Madisonville on Tuesday. Picked off multiple runners, 2 in 1 inning. And the big breaking ball holds up, but not called. TJ wanted that one. Two, no outs. Riders holding on to a 5-2 lead. And a swing and a miss. And there is another twice the eye strikeout for TJ Bellin. I believe that's a full half dozen.
It is. You know, in Houston, when you get 10 strikeouts, you go to Kroger's, you can get $1 off Nolan Ryan beef. I wonder if we got something like that. You talk to Brookshire's about.
That's right.
About
Yeah,
doing
we need
that.
some free chicken strips or something.
Right, yeah.
Maybe a taco or something from Taco Bell. We'll have to get with somebody around here. A TJ Bellin burrito.
That's right.
There we go. All right, so this is Malik Kovar, the 9-hole hitter. He takes the ball inside. The 7, 8, 9 batters did a little damage Tuesday night. That's where they scored their runs. And this one fouls off the inside of his ankle. And the breaking ball misses high. So a 2-1 count, one away, man at second base. That one outside, skips off the plate and gets past Lane. Mustangs will take an extra base there. Count now 3-1. And this one softly hit toward second. They'll go to first for the out. And the Mustangs able to score a run. It is now 5-3. Riders played for the out. Really had no choice. So we're back to the top of the order. This will be Ty Dean coming up with 2 outs.
Once again, the bottom of the order does the job for.
And Dean shows bunt, pulls back. Yeah, I mean, they did it Tuesday night. They kept the ball moving. A couple of guys got on, and they were able to make something happen. And a beautiful pitch from TJ. Boy, that froze everybody. Pitch outside, and that's all. 1-1. Is it 1-1 or 2-1?
It is 2-1.
2-1. The scoreboard's behind. I thought we missed a pitch there. And this is flared into left. That could be trouble. It is down and fair. He will dig for second. No chance at the throw. That was just a little pop flare just over the third baseman, and it lands softly in the grass. Unfortunately, it ends up a double.
Right. Is that what they call a Texas leaguer?
That's a Texas leaguer. You're exactly right. That one was fair by about 18 inches. All right, so this is the catcher, Pope, coming up. So the score now is 5-3. There are 2 outs and a man on second. And a late call time here. Bellin looked at second and delivered to the plate, and the umpire had both hands up. So no pitch. And a strike from Bellin. Came right inside under Pope's hands. Well, game's kind of slowing down here in the 5th. Both teams taking a lot of time. They do pick.
Oh.
They had him beat, but the throw was on the wrong side of the bag.
Yeah.
Boy, that was a good move.
Yep.
Wolf was there. Bellin made a good turn, just didn't deliver the ball.
All right, if that's on the third base side of the bag, it's
and ball hit sharply to second. An easy play at first base for the Riders. They are out of the inning with no more damage. It is 5-3 here, and we'll head to the bottom of the fifth.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Behold, the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond Big Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond Big Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We take our cars for granted, but what happens when they won't start, or they won't run, or they won't turn off, or you get the lights on the dash that say something's wrong and you don't know what to do with it? East Texas Auto Care. It's on Tenaha Highway as you leave town on the left, and they can take care of everything. The trained technicians understand the complicated electronics as well as the engine itself. The Mendoza family would love to take care of you and your vehicle at East Texas Auto.
all right, everybody. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Let's do a little quick stretch brought to you by Farmers State Bank. As Jaden Lane is up here.
Oh, how cute is that? That is so cute.
And Jaden Lane ducks a pitch to get things started here. All right, a 5-3 lead for the Riders here in the bottom of the fifth, and that pitch goes to the backstop. Lane's looking 0-2, or excuse me, 2-0. Lane very, very patient. And works this count 3-0.
And even though it's kind of slowed down just a little bit, Locke, we're still out 1 hour and 26 minutes into the game.
And there's a strike on the corner, 3-1. Both pitchers working very quickly here tonight. Both of them pounding the strike zone. That keeps the game moving. And Lane rips this one foul. Coach Ellis, Coach, not able to field that cleanly, but knocked it down. And the breaking ball misses. Ball 4, and Lane's on. Worked himself into a full count and drew the walk.
That was scary. That looked like that was going to bend back in.
I think on a left-handed batter, that would have been a strike.
Yeah.
The umpire, he likes that that pitch inside like that, but fortunately the breaking ball called ball 4. We got a courtesy runner in for Lane.
And Sutton Link, I think, is on the or at the plate.
Link with a chance to get things going here. No outs.
He's got
squares to bunt. Bunts that foul, goes down under the catcher. Riders trying a few things different. Runner did not get a good lead at first. Coach kind of called him over, so I think things will reset here. And that one hits Link. And he'll trot down to first base. Riders at first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Well, bruises fade away, but glory lasts forever.
That's right.
So Link heads down to first base.
Now batting for the Rough Riders, number 1, Gage Vadreen.
Gonna bring up Vadreen.
Coach Ellis calls Vadreen over, and they're going to have a quick talk. Not sure if they're putting a bunt play on or. Vadreen had a really good hit to lead things off here tonight. His first at bat, he drove in 2. All right, 2 men on, no outs. And Vadreen hits this one to third. It is a fair ball. They tag third and go across to first, and they double it off. Boy, that was a bad break for Vadreen. He hit it right at the third baseman who was standing on third base. All right, so 2 outs. Boy, things change quickly.
Number 9, Trenton Stockwell.
Coming up, Stockwell.
Trenton Stockwell steps in now. 2 outs, man at second base. And he smashes one into center field. Is it going to stay up? They call it a catch. Boy, that looked close, folks. That ball never got more than about 10 foot off the ground.
Yep.
Stockwell gave it a ride, hit it a little too hard, but the catch is made, and that ends the Rough Rider threat. We will come back for the top of the 6th. The Riders winning 5-3.
You're watching NETSN and Pinewood sports coverage of Rough Rider baseball. Tonight, the Rough Riders take on the Madisonville Mustangs live from the Horseshoe in Center, Texas. The series between the Mustangs and Rough Riders brought to you by Sabine State Bank.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
People come to Covington Lumbers for construction projects, and one of those, paint projects. Whether it's exterior or interior, Covington's has you covered. With the Farrell Calhoun brand, over 120 years of excellence, vivid colors. For paint, it's Covington's. So you know about Tomlin Insurance Store and the services that Matt, Mallory, and Gracie provide.
Yep, they're fine people.
Yeah, but you need to focus on the services. Life, home, and auto, but also farm.
Tractors and ATVs.
And recreation.
Motorcycles and boats and golf carts and snowmobiles if you're Looney Tune crazy.
And they work with the nationally known Progressive brand. I guess you know those folks.
Looney Tune crazy.
It's okay. Your folks are Matt and Mallory Snyder at Tomlin Insurance Store.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th here. Madisonville down to their final 6 outs here.
T.J. Bellin still on the mound, pitched 5 strong innings so far. Comes out for the 6th.
There we go. So right in there.
Starts him off with a fastball.
See if Coach Ellis sticks to his normal routine, TJ can get through this inning, and then he'll bring in a Wolf for the 7th.
Madisonville's got a man warming up in the bullpen. And that pitch skipped in 1-1.
Almost enticed the swing. 1-1.
And this one foul back. So this is the third hole hitter, Cannon Hawthorne, who is the pitcher tonight. Down in the count 1-2. And TJ with a beautiful breaking ball for strike 3. Another twice the eye strikeout for TJ Bellin.
Number 7 on the night.
Now batting for Madisonville, number 15, Isaiah Drake.
Bellin just doing a good, consistent job, pounding the strike zone, playing it where he can. Comes back there with another strike to start off another batter. Gets ahead and stays that way. And this hits sharply in the gap. That'll be a double. So Hathorne, the pitcher, helping his own cause. He's looking for 3. They had a little trouble getting the ball out of the fence, and he will slide in safe at third for a triple. Not sure what happened. They both, the left fielder and center fielder, ran out. They had a little trouble getting the ball. I don't know if it got down under the fence or what the problem was.
Number 20, Braxton Bustamante.
They didn't come up with it cleanly, and they were able to take an extra bag. So Bustamante takes strike 1. Bellin ahead again. 1 out with a man on third base.
Riders are back, so looks like they're going to concede the run for the out.
And a swing and a miss, strike 2. That was a bailout last second swing.
Yep.
Bustamante had already backed off the plate and just threw his hands in desperation. Takes one low and away, 1-2.
An 8th twice the ice strikeout would be awesome here for the Rough Riders.
Starting to get a lot of chatter out of the Madisonville dugout. And Bellin comes back. Whoa, that looked really good right down the middle, but I guess they're going to say it was low. Bellin's asking. Count now 2-2. And that one fouled away.
Stayed alive by the hair of his chin on that one.
That was definitely strike 3 had he not caught a faint piece of that ball. So Bustamante, 2-2 count, 1 away, man at third. And the curveball misses, full count. And that pitch in the dirt, ball 4. So they'll have runners at the corners with 1 away. Lane going to go out, talk to his pitcher, and Coach Ellis will too.
We saw this the other night where Coach Ellis went out and talked to Horton, and Horton stayed in. We'll see what happens here.
Being a former pitcher himself, Horton said he, if I remember right, he said Coach asked him how he felt, how he was doing, did he want to continue the game? Horton said he did, and Coach said okay.
Yeah, but we had a bigger lead.
We did have a little bigger lead. So I think we may see a change here, and we do.
We are.
He's going to go ahead and bring in
Wolf.
Wolf at this point, so there's one away in the 6th, and Wolf is going to go ahead and warm up.
So generally what we do is Wolf will come to the mound, Horton will go from second short, and Bellin will take his normal spot at second, I suspect.
So this is still the normal play, though, for the Rough Riders. They try to get deep as they can into a game.
Right.
And then Wolf comes in as the closer. He's coming in a couple of outs early tonight. Came in to start the 7th in Madisonville on Tuesday night. Bellin put up some good innings. The first 2 runs were unearned. He still has a 5-3 lead, responsible for the man on third. And they do make the switch. Horton's going to move to short. Bellin's going to go to second. And Wolf now on the mound. All right, so Wolf is warm. Man on third base, 1 out.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 12, Kendall Campbell.
Can bring up Kimball Campbell.
One of the 2 Campbells. Man on first and second, 1 away.
So Madisonville threatening here to try to at least draw closer or even the game up or even take the lead.
And that pitch low and outside, misses.
As the tying run is on first and the go-ahead run is at the plate with 1 out here in the top of the 6th.
And a swing and a miss from Campbell. Now 1-1. Runner still standing at first base. Kind of surprised by that. Wolf does have a good fastball, though. He's getting it up there quick. Lane has a absolute cannon. They do run this time. Lane does not throw. That was a called play.
That's going to be strike 2.
So 1-2 now on the batter.
Just why you pay Wolf the big bucks, Locke.
That's right. Tell you what, some of these major league contracts, they're just going to have to start handing the stadium keys over to some of these guys. And swing and a miss, and Wolf gets his first twice the eye strikeout on the night. That makes 8 for the Rough Riders as a team. So here comes Bustamante again. He now has 2 outs with runners at second and third. So Wolf will go to the windup here. And strike 1. Time is called. Not sure what Coach Ellis saw, but he didn't like something. He immediately popped out of the dugout hollering time.
I'm not sure. We'll take a quick break while they do that. We'll be right back.
Pineywood Sports and NETSN say thank you to our season-long sponsors that proudly bring us Center softball and baseball. Ace Hardware is the place. Center Tire, new ownership, new services, same attention to quality. And Covington Lumber, your 3rd-generation supply store and lumber yard.
Right, so whatever it is, Coach got it satisfied. Now we're back with Wolf with an 0-1 count. Goes high and inside.
A little chin music there makes it 1-1. So 2 outs, runners at second and third. Riders holding on to a 3-run lead.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put it up there. It's 6-3 in it. No, that's not right. It's 5-3. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is 5-3. Where did they? Scoreboard shows 6-3. We're going to need to check on that.
I believe it's 5-3.
And a swing and a miss from Bustamante, and it's 2 strikes.
We've got to run on. The bottom of the 6th. We haven't batted yet. So I don't think that's right.
Yeah, we hadn't batted in the bottom of the 6th. I think somebody leaned on the scoreboard. All right, so the official score, folks, is 5-3. Just have a mistake on the field scoreboard. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs and 2 men on. Right down the whoa!
Oh, I thought that
My goodness.
Okay, that was
that was actually ball 4. So we've got to okay.
I don't think that was
apologize.
right.
We've got some problems with the field scoreboard. We were showing 2-2.
But I had it 2-2 as well. But it doesn't matter because the umpire had it what it was. So bases are now juiced.
So the base is loaded, 2 outs. And this one popped up, but foul, coming right to us. Oh, and almost caught by a fan in the stands. All right, so we call that strike 1. Riders reset. They are playing even with the bags, deep on the corners. And strike 2, good pitch from Wolf. So 0-2 count, 2 away. And Wolf backs away. Big breaking ball. Good night. He sets him down. That's the biggest strikeout of the evening. Bases loaded. Wolf throws a hook the size of Minnesota.
That's right, yes.
What a pitch in the moment. And they set down. No damage done. It is 5-3.
Is he now Captain Hook?
Captain Hook might be his new name.
That's right. We'll be back, folks.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen. So if you need a new set of tires, Center Tire's the place to go? Check. What if you just need one tire repaired? Check. But what if your car needs an oil change or it needs to be aligned? Check and check. It's all there at Center Tire. So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Well, Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name. And they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank.
Folks, I'd like to thank TNR Steaks and More. They have steaks, and they have so much more. We have Larry Pierce just joining us here. Let's get that headset from Mr. Pierce right there. Let's ask Larry here. We get him turned on. What his favorite entree is at TNR Steaks and More.
I didn't do what now?
What's your favorite entree at TNR Steaks and More?
Oh, man. That's, really, if I had to really come down to it, give me the meatloaf.
There you go. So where have you been, and what happened today?
I just came back from Joaquin and Timpson softball. A couple top 25 teams going at it, and Joaquin gets the win 9-2 today.
Oh, really? Again, right?
Yeah. Surprise.
Well, Wolf just pitched us out of a jam here.
New pitcher for the Mustangs, Ty Dean. He was playing in left field. He is now the pitcher of record. He is a lefty, first lefty we've seen for the Mustangs. And Caden Nutt, the DH, is in for the Riders.
Seems like Nutt has led off the inning every time he's batted.
This is the third time he's led off tonight. You're right. He's got a 2-0 count working.
Yep. Riders up 5-3.
And that one inside 3-0.
Did the Riders get the win in Madisonville the other day? I know you guys had an early game. I didn't get to keep up with you guys.
They did 8-3. It was a very workmanlike, machine-like performance as we just pounded them.
And there's a call strike on the far outside corner, we'll say.
This game's had a little bit slightly different dynamic. The Riders up 5-3.
And
Nutt's going.
a rip by Nutt. He's going to double this. He's chugging. He's chugging. They're waving, and he's coming back.
No.
He's coming back.
He rumbling, stumbling there, but he gonna
that's all right.
take a look. He took a look.
He did.
Big wide turn, but he took a look.
That's what you call a big turn at first base.
Yeah, he rumbling, stumbling, and shuffling. There we go.
All right, good for him.
All right, Wolf, who's gotten on base every single time.
So Coach Ellis.
So how's the runs kind of come across from you guys out there? Looks like y'all got one there and 3 to start off,
We got
and then
3.
Adding a little one here and there, huh?
So Easton started off with a double, came around and scored. We had a couple guys on, and I believe it was Vadrine that drove in the 2 other runs in the 3rd. And then we just kind of scratched one across here and there. We've stranded a couple, probably 3 guys on 3rd.
Right.
All right, so we got a pinch runner in for Nutt. Easton Wolf's going to step in. No outs, man on first base.
Wolf then come up big, had runners on the corners with Bellin on the mound, and Easton comes in with 1 out and is able to. He gives up a walk and loads the bases, but then he is able to retire the side without giving up a run.
And this hit right back up the gut. Shortstop's got a chance to double. They get 1, go to first, safe at first.
Oh, boy, I tell you, that's close. Good job getting down the line.
So Wolf, again, showing some of that speed. It has saved us before. It saves him there. So that ball was hit right on top of second base.
Yeah, hit hard, too.
Job of that shortstop. He coming at him pretty hot there, and he just kind of backed up, waited on that 1 hop, and made a good play at short.
Yeah, if he would have taken that step forward and caught it, he could have stepped on the bag and made the play himself.
Probably made it, yeah.
All right, so here comes Logan Horton.
We'll see if that ends up mattering here. Let's see if the Riders can make something happen.
They go to first. They catch Wolf leaning. He's in a rundown. He's keeping it going. He's diving back. Out at first.
Great pickoff play there by the pitcher. What's his name?
Well, that's Ty Dean, and he's the first lefty we've seen in a couple of games. So just caught Wolf leaning and stepped toward first and had him. So the Riders now down 2 outs.
Have they had some issues with lefties in first base over there through the year? I mean,
not really. It's just, that was just an excellent pickoff move there by Dean.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been here a few times, but I didn't realize there's a lot of foul ground over here.
A lot of foul ground.
Wow.
We specialize in foul ground. And this is ripped by Horton off the end of the bat. Let's see if he beats it out. And
that should be
called out at first base. Wow.
Wow.
Not sure about that, guys. We need to go to replay, but I think we ought to throw the challenge flag.
I'm with you on that.
Goodness. Well, the Riders probably left one there, but we'll be back for the top of the 7th.
You're watching NETSN and Pineywood sports coverage of Rough Rider baseball. Tonight, the Rough Riders take on the Madisonville Mustangs live from the Horseshoe in Center, Texas. Do you own a plot of land? If you do, no matter what the size or the makeup of that plot, Bird Forestry needs to be on your side. They like to say, it's your forest. Let Bird Forestry help you manage it.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamondville Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamondville Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
This has some duck
Everybody,
eggs, too.
welcome back. They got duck eggs.
Yeah, they said they had some duck eggs. I ain't had no duck eggs in a long time. I had to check it out.
Very good. That's it. Where are you going to go, Pierce? We'll give somebody a free.
It's the farmers. It's a farmers market, farm fresh market somewhere in Logos. It's right in Logosport. I see it on Facebook.
There you go.
Yeah, so a lot of homemade good stuff, sourdough bread and everything down there.
All right. Well, let's ask you what we got you here. What's the update on Happy Tales? How's everything going?
Happy Tales is going really, really good. They got the Barkerama coming up tomorrow in the downtown square. Get by there for that. That starts at 10 to till 2 tomorrow. Lots of good things. You find out all kinds of good stuff about our great shelter here in Shelby County.
The Barkerama.
The Barkerama tomorrow at 10 on the square.
All right. So
go by there. Check out some of the pets. If you want a friend for life, go get you one there.
Kovar, the 9-hole hitter, faces a big breaking ball that misses ball 1.
And real quick, just see a couple of animals that did get adopted this week, which is cool. All right,
good.
And he hits this one foul, sky high.
That's gonna.
Shot number 4.
One kid, nobody claimed him. Nobody yelled run.
He's going for it though. He got it.
He got it. Good for him. Yeah, we had one
ice
hit
cream
into
cone?
about 8 kids a while ago, and people were cheering, and we were like, wait, they're cheering for a kid to get hit.
So you get a free snow cone when you take it back to the dugout.
That's right.
Nice pitch.
Good pitch from Wolf. Umpire, no call.
Just
Wow.
just
2-1.
off. I think it's probably just off the plate, even though he's been.
Well, he should.
That was a strike earlier on.
Yeah, I saw one a while ago. Just on
And the breaking ball misses 3-1.
We're going to finish off on Happy Tales. Even if you don't want to adopt, you can go buy some dog food or something.
Oh, yeah. Volunteer, dog food, donate, all kinds of good stuff out there. I tell you. I mean, even the simplest things of.
Oh, and that was a payback strike.
Yeah.
No doubt, folks. That was a ball inside.
Yeah.
But we got a strike call. We'll take it. It is now a full count.
Right. That was the old makeup call. You're like, fella, you got one. All right, so here we go. 3-2.
And this one's
That's
going to
a
be
shot.
hit sharp into center field. Atkins over, makes the play, 1 away.
Atkins goes. I thought that was going to get down at first, but it still kind of hung. So
he got a good jump on it. He saw it come off the bat really well, and he floated over to that left center field really good. So
brings up the pitcher, Ty Dean.
We had a lot of wind early in there. The wind kind of died about the 4th inning, so don't have any issues with the ball carrying. The first 2 or 3 innings, you could have popped it up and blown it out of here.
that's not easy to do in center, to blow the ball out of the ballpark.
It is a long way to the trees.
I mean, I could get up there and power hit it out a few times probably, but, you know, I don't know if I want to say that.
There we go. I was right down the road.
1-1 count.
Yeah, I mean, you know, even old Glory out there straightaway center, she's just laying flat down there.
It's flat now. It wasn't earlier. 1-1.
And Wolf goes back outside, strike 2.
They're trying to catch that outside edge on the righties, and he comes up high outside. He's getting that call. Maybe that's where he ought to stay.
Yeah.
Goes right back out there, just a little too far. 2-2.
All right, so 2-2, 1 out here.
Does Wolf pitch the whole game?
No, sir. Bellin pitched
5 and 5 and a third. Yeah.
5 and a third.
And to ring him up, twice the ice strikeout by Wolf.
He iced him.
Caught him looking and set him down.
That's going to be Wolf's 3rd strikeout, the 9th.
Good morning, good afternoon,
10th.
and good night.
That's the 10th strikeout of the game for the Rough Riders.
All right, so Jordan Pope, he's the catcher for the Mustangs. He steps in with 2 outs.
Stay tuned to the Aurora Concepts post-game show. Talk to Coach Ellis. Talk to our player of the game.
Goes outside.
There's that strike. Get lucky to get without Watlington tonight.
I'm not sure. He's supposed to be here. But he's not. That means the equipment will be safe.
And a swing and a miss. Strike two. Counts 1 and 2 with 2 away.
Our ceremonial company player of the game will be announced. And will it be Captain Hook, number 11? I just named him Captain Hook.
Oh, yeah?
Passed in, and he threw a curveball that was
nasty cheese.
Major nasty cheese.
Goes back outside.
Maybe he'll bring one of those to end this
thing.
You
know he is. You know it's coming.
2-2, 2 away.
If I'm Madisonville batter, I'm looking for that breaking ball because it's coming.
Staying outside.
Nope,
there it is, and we call that ball game.
It is. So the Rough Riders are going to come away with a 5-3 victory here over a game Madisonville bunch. So that's going to be good for the Rough Riders. It's going to get us hopefully moving to challenge that second spot, which will be coming up against Hudson. We'll talk about that in the post-game show, which will be coming up next. This is Rough Rider Baseball here live on NETSN.
You're watching NETSN and Pineywood Sports coverage of Rough Rider Baseball. Tonight, the Rough Riders take on the Madisonville Mustangs live from the Horseshoe in Center, Texas. So what do you get with Sabine State Bank? Well, Steve Waters and his staff, they know you. They know you by name. And they celebrate the successes when they finance your dreams. But Sabine State Bank is also a fully modern bank with 24-hour online access to your accounts and services ranging from teller services to some of banking's more complicated things. Looking for a place to grow? It's Sabine State Bank.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced practice providers are highly trained and qualified in family medicine. We strive to provide our patients guidance towards the healthiest lifestyle possible, no matter their age. We offer a full spectrum of family medicine, including scheduled appointments, telehealth services you can do from home, mobile vaccine units, sports physicals, and walk-in visits with no appointment. We accept all major insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we also have the most competitive self-pay rates in the area. For highly trained expert care in East Texas, choose Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
Everybody, welcome back. It's the Aurora Concepts post-game show. Time for Wyndham Family Dental, something to smile about. And I'm going to go this. We got this done. We got 7 or 6.5 innings in 2 hours, almost exactly.
Right,
Mr. Pierce. That is what you call efficient baseball.
Yeah, good game right there. And you got coming over here ready to go.
Let's see here. All right, and so something else the Wyndham Family Dental, something to smile about, is our public address announcer. Again, it's not a true Rough Rider broadcast if we don't have a Mayfield, and we have Chase here. And again, I jinxed you.
What'd you say?
I talked about what a wonderful. Hey, hold on just a second. Don't leave, Daddy Mayfield. I talked about what a terrific job you're doing and how exciting you're revving everybody up. And then as soon as the words get out of my mouth, what happens? You
mistake somebody.
You made a mistake and you called. When Atkinson was up, you called him
Sutton Link.
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
That's all my fault, Mayfield. All my fault.
No, I got to playing with Jesse Ruiz's little DJ table, and as soon as I got to start playing with a new toy, I was like, oh man, I have a job to do.
So this is our new 7. Oh, we're also going to get Daddy Mayfield on here.
Hey, he's not a multitasker. I'm just going to tell y'all.
All right, so here we go. So Chris Mayfield, if you can hang around for just a moment, we've got our Center Motor Company player of the game. Let's get him on. Come on over, and I'm going to find out.
Here, Easton comes stand right here.
Stand right there, next to Chase.
Right where Dad was standing.
And so you are Center Motor Company player of the game. Now, you may or may not like this. I've given you a new nickname. Captain Hook, baby.
Hook.
Captain Hook. That was a beautiful, beautiful curveball to freeze the batter to get out of a very tough spot. Tell us about that.
I like throwing it. I'd rather throw a fastball, but
That's not as it's not as sexy as the curveball, especially when they sit there and they look at it.
Yeah,
right?
and they watch that third strike and it just drops right in. It's hard to beat that.
Did they get you out? Madisonville, did they ever get you out in these 2 games? I don't think so. I think you got on base every single time.
Yeah, they got me out over there at first, though.
No, I'm talking about from hitting. That wasn't your fault. That was a goofy play, right? You had to go back. I mean, you couldn't, right? Because otherwise we could get doubled up. No, I mean, I'm talking about. I don't think you made an out. There was a fielder's choice, but other than that, I mean, I think you either walked or or did well. So tell us about your approach. Your hitting approach against this pitching.
Well, so first at bat of the game, I'm lead off, so I know I'm gonna get a bunch of fastballs. He gonna throw one too many in the zone, I'll hit it. Second at bat, I knew I was gonna get a lot of curveballs because I already knew he liked to throw it. So
yeah. He threw a lot of curveballs tonight.
He couldn't throw them for a strike, so I walked. And then the third at bat, he threw me a curveball. I was way out in front on it, and then I just got lucky and it went down the line.
Yeah.
And then the third at bat, I really didn't have an approach. I just tried to hit it hard, and I almost got doubled up. I ran it out.
You did, man. You got down the line fast, and that goes back. And I think back about the other play where you hit the big triple. I mean, man, have you worked on your speed? It seems like you've always been kind of quick, but man, I could see that you're even faster now.
Yeah, Coach Ellis gets us right in the offseason. He gonna have us running. He's gonna make sure we fast. And I did go to track for the beginning of the year, but it didn't work out for me.
That's right. We'd
We'd
rather have you out here.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll appreciate it. Probably not the last time we'll talk to you. We got Hudson coming up.
Yes, sir.
They're going to be the team that I think that is going to be in front of us. So it'll be important to get some wins against them if possible.
Should be some good games.
Right. Well, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Center Motor Company player of the game, Easton Wolf. And we'll hear from Center Motor Company. We come back. Hopefully, we'll have Coach lined up. If not, we'll have a boat full of Mayfields.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's the Roar Concepts postgame show live here with Mayfields. It's Chris on the Mayfield, the original sideline guy who we used to have epic competitions about who got the best record getting the opposing coach at halftime.
Hey, Shires, I mean, it's just like anything else. I mean, I just give you a good whooping, and, you just take it like a man.
Maybe so.
If that's anything like fishing, then he's lying.
Just because I whooped him last week in fishing.
That's right.
He's a sore loser.
That's right. Is this your first game out here? Or
second. This is my second. The first one, you weren't here broadcasting on the very first one. It was a little cool. And but, I mean, Center won. Had a good game, and I can't remember who it was they played, but TJ was the pitcher.
Yeah.
TJ's doing a good job.
He is.
Yeah.
And his curve, I mean, he gets them in with his fastball, but his curveball is a real deal. And, I mean, he'd kind of ran out of gas, it looked like, there at the end. And Easton came in, and, man, Easton shut him right down.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. And then it just seems like we're hitting the ball. It seems like we're really getting in a groove right now.
And Logan Horton was playing lockdown at second base. I mean, I think there was one inning where he had like 2 spectacular plays back to back, and then he wound up getting the third out too. And that was worth mentioning because he had a Golden Glove today for sure.
Right.
Well, and I'm telling you, Logan's bat too. He's our bats. We're peaking at the right time. Is what it looks like to me. I've kind of kept up whenever they play an away game.
Yeah.
But this is my second home game to make. I just want to come out. I mean, pretty day.
Yeah.
If you weren't here, you missed it.
That's right. If not, you're catching it
But
online.
you can catch it right here. This is great.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you guys stepping in. We're going to hear from Chase Mayfield at every home game in the post-game show, just because it's fun. And he is doing a terrific job up there.
He sounds really good.
He does.
Chip off the old block, so
exactly.
to speak.
Exactly right. All right. That's going to be our JBA Financial Coach Talk here this evening. We'll hear from JBA, and we'll be right back.
All right. Thanks, Sheriff.
Life is all about planning, and JBA Financial Services is here to help you with your financial future. Call or come by today to set up a consultation and discover what it's like to deal with the experts when it comes to investing for retirement or quality life and health insurance products. John Black, Jason Locke, and Michael Black are your experienced JBA Financial Services representatives, helping you to make the right choice for over 30 years, right here at home. JBA Financial Services, working to secure your family's future.
Excuse me there, son. I'm new to town, and I only have one tooth in my head. Where do I go to get it repaired? Oh, you're looking for Wyndham Family Dentistry. Clayton Paul, Anna Joy, Danny Paul, any of the Wyndhams will fix you up. Oh, thank you kindly. What's that old State Farm slogan, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there? Well, that could not be a better description than Chris Mayfield of Mayfield State Farm. Since he came to town close to 20 years ago now, he has been the quintessential good neighbor. It's the same thing true of his insurance agency, Chris Mayfield State Farm.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Again, we had a boat full of Mayfields in the Chris Mayfield State Farm post-game show brought to you by Aurora Concepts. And so there we go. Jason Locke, will go to you for any final thoughts.
You know, I like what I see, the consistency in this team. They grind it out. They score runs. They pitch well. They play hard. They're aggressive. That's what we've seen consistently. Put up a couple of wins this week. We'll come back. And we're looking at the schedule now. Of course, Easter week coming up. We're looking at a Tuesday night and then a Thursday night game next week because of Good Friday. And that's subject to change, but we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. And Larry Pierce, put you on. Tell us where you're going to be next week.
There's a couple of different things going on next week, and it looks like there's Good Friday going on, and we were checking it, and it looks like y'all are going to be on Tuesday and Thursday, so that's probably where we'll be at. It's either West Sabine and Torino, there's a game there, or some Shelbyville and Joaquin. That one's coming up there. Just a couple of good games, just going to find out the best ones and the best matchups after tonight and find out who's going to be where for next week.
Right, so if you don't get enough baseball watching these Rough Riders win, tune in on NETSN. You can catch Larry Pierce doing baseball and softball in the Piney Woods.
Yep.
All right, everybody, thanks to Jason Locke. Thank you, Mr. Pierce, for stepping in. Thanks to the Mayfields for coming in and participating in the post-game show. Thanks to all of our sponsors who make this possible. And again, the Rough Riders come away with a 5-3 win, sweeping the Madisonville Mustangs, and are moving into hopefully possession of third place all by themselves, with a chance to move on up as we start a series with Hudson, who's right there ahead of us.
That's right.
All right, we'll see everybody. See everybody next week, and I don't know if it's Monday or Tuesday, because depending on when that Friday game is. I heard somebody say Monday. Traditionally, it's Tuesday, Thursday.
I think that's what I saw on the schedule.
Right now,
Tuesday, Thursday.
Right.
I got 15 and 17 on the schedule.
So. All right, that's good. So that'll be the Hudson Hornets. That's going to be a huge series because Hudson is a team that always feels a good baseball team. But look out, fellas, because the Rough Riders, we're coming.
They're feeling it.
We're coming after you. We'll see y'all next week.
See you.
The proceeding was a presentation of Watlington, Shires, and Pierce Productions. We hope you have an awesome and blessed night. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.